Today I'm going to teach you how to make your own Bokashi bin. Bokashi bin is revolutionary in my life because it allows you to compost things that are typically uncompostable, like meat and dairy. So Bokashi is it's roughly translated in Japanese as, well, from Japanese to English, as fermented organic matter. What happens is you put all of your food into a Bokashi bin, put all of your food, your meat and your dairy, then you put some Bokashi enzymes on top, and I'll show you mine in a minute. You leave it for 10 days, and those Bokashi enzymes will ferment all of the food and allow you to either add it to your worm bin, add it to your compost bin, or bury directly. Typically, you don't want to do any of that with your meat and dairy. So a Bokashi bin is a great alternative for big parties, if you want to make sure you're not having any food waste at a party, or if you have a lot of meat and dairy or oils, if you cook in oils. Those are kind of things that you wouldn't typically want to put into your bin, especially if you don't want, that kind of stuff will bring in rodents and critters, especially bears. So you want to make sure not to add oil, meat, or dairy to a regular compost bin. So Bokashi would be a great alternative for you if you have a lot of meat and dairy in your life that you don't want to throw away. Okay, so these steps are so super easy. You're going to do about 30 holes that are 1/8 of an inch with your drill. 3. See him? Okay, so 30 holes. This is not gonna have any holes in it. Bin in here. And then you're gonna just put a thin layer of paper. You wanna come look over? Just a quick thin layer of paper. Then after this, the best thing to do, sorry, we're a family company, so we've got these guys. Come here. After this, the best thing to do is to put it probably underneath your sink or where your trash can is, somewhere close to your trash. And then all food waste comes in here. When you're finished for the day, put a thin layer of this. Technically, you're supposed to put about 3/4 of a cup, but I'm super cheap and I like to keep it as thin as possible because it really does work even if it's just thin. Thin layer on top. Once it's full, do another thin layer on top. I like to fill it up as quickly as possible. And then put this kind of top on. You could also do, the cheaper tops, but make sure there's no holes up at the top. 10 days later, your waste will be fermented. From there, you can either put it into a big compost bin like this, we have in our backyard, or you can just transfer it to your worm bucket. So since you already have the holes here, what you could do is once it's full and it's fermented, can you move, Robert? This is our current worm bin. You can actually just take this top off. This top has holes. We have another video about how to make a worm bin. Put the top on because you do want oxygen in a worm bin, and you just put it in there. So super easy.
Can you please put that one in there?
There we go. And that's it. That is how you make a Bokashi bin. All right, to learn more about how to compost, head to naplescompost.com. We are not just a local compost company. We want to normalize compost for everybody. We want to make sure that people like you know how easy it is to compost in your backyard and in your own home. So head to www.naplescompost.com to get all sorts of tips and tricks for composting on your own. And hey, if you're local and you don't want to compost on your own, you can sign up for our services where we pick up food waste from your home every single week and then turn it into soil and return that to you a few times a year. So check it out.